A recent BlackRock study took a deep dive on whether guaranteed lifetime income annuities can exert a positive impact on your spending levels in retirement. If you've bought into the Ken Fisher trope that annuities are verboten, loaded with fees, and a great way to fritter away your life savings, you may want to pay attention to what this study has to say. Okay, let's start with the basic parameters of the study. They began with a 35-year-old saver with an annual income of $44,000, a 5% savings rate, and a current retirement account balance of $19,000. They then ran 100,000 simulations reflecting various economic conditions such as investment returns, annuity prices, inflation rates, and labor earnings. For each simulation, they projected asset class returns and annuity prices by year starting at age 35. They then analyzed the impact of implementing 3 retirement approaches, a base case and 2 alternative strategies, each of which builds upon the prior. In the base case, they showed the investor retiring at age 65 and claiming Social Security and maintaining 40% of their assets in equities and 60% in bonds. In strategy 1, they had the saver gradually purchase a series of deferred annuities between the ages of 55 and 65. Because those annuities were now assumed to be part of the bond allocation of their portfolio, they adjusted the allocation of their retirement portfolio to 50% equity and 50% bonds. In this scenario, the saver still retired and claimed Social Security at age 65. By incorporating guaranteed lifetime income, the saver in strategy 1 was able to increase spendable income at age 65 by a whopping 35% in the first 15 years and an average of 29% over the arc of their retirement. That represents an increase of income at the outset from $34,589 all the way up to $46,170. The study then did a third comparison in which they simply pushed retirement off by 2 years until age 67, at which point the saver claimed Social Security. This move alone exerted a triple benefit upon the saver's retirement outlook. First, it increased the size of their nest egg by enabling the saver's assets to grow and compound an extra 2 years. Next, it shortened the amount of time over which the retirement savings was required to last. And finally, it increased the amount of Social Security the claimant received in retirement. The net result of simply having moved back the retirement date to 67 was to increase the saver's spendable income in retirement by an additional 16%, while reducing downside risk by an additional 15%. So what are we to make of these results in light of Ken Fisher's famous video in which he said,
"I would die and go to hell before I would sell an annuity"?
Could it be that Ken Fisher is opposed to you buying an annuity because it isn't one of the means by which he gets compensated? Based on the reams of academic research and this and other studies that support the use of guaranteed lifetime income annuities, this is the most likely scenario. The only criticism I would make of this study is that it doesn't really address the saver's future tax implications. We're marching into a future where reputable experts have said that tax rates are likely to double in the next 10 years. To pay for unfunded obligations like Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Since 95% of all annuities are purchased within tax-deferred accounts like 401ks and IRAs, this exposes the saver to massive amounts of tax rate risk over time. So while in these 2 case studies, the saver experiences a 33% and 49% increase in spendable income respectively, these do not represent after-tax amounts. You have to remember that annuities within the tax-deferred bucket can guarantee pre-tax income for the rest of your life. But the amount of after-tax income you get to spend is up to the IRS, unless your money is being distributed from tax-free accounts. This is precisely why I only recommend that you consider annuities that have what I call piecemeal internal Roth conversion features. This allows you to convert your IRA annuity to a Roth IRA in an amount of your choosing over a time period that your financial plan calls for. As an aside, have you ever stopped to wonder what Ken Fisher thinks about Roth conversions, particularly since we are quickly moving into a future where tax rates will have to rise or we go broke as a country? Well, all you have to do is perform a quick Google search on Ken Fisher and Roth conversions, and you'll find out exactly what he thinks about them. You see, on the entirety of the internet, there is only one reference to Ken Fisher and Roth conversions, and that's in a brochure that he'll gladly send you in exchange for your name and email address. It's in a little brochure called 99 Retirement Tips. And all the way down at tip number 91, he says you may want to think about a Roth conversion. In other words, there are 90 other things he would rather you think about in retirement prior to thinking about a Roth conversion. So why does Ken Fisher have such an aversion to Roth conversions? Because he doesn't get paid on the money you send to the IRS in the form of taxes. In fact, if he really trumpeted the benefits of Roth conversions, his income would actually go down. And that's not an outcome Ken Fisher is interested in having. In short, annuities, when used properly, can increase your spendable income in retirement. Ken Fisher diatribes notwithstanding. And if you utilize an annuity with a piecemeal internal Roth conversion feature, you can protect that guaranteed lifetime income from the eroding effects of dramatically higher taxes down the road. If you would like some help implementing a balanced, comprehensive approach to tax-free retirement that shields you from the impact of higher taxes, head on over to DaveMcKnight.com and click on the Connect with an Advisor button. I'm happy to refer you to an advisor in the Power Zero network that has been trained, vetted, and qualified personally by me. If you're a financial professional and want to learn how to become a certified Power of Zero advisor, head on over to powerzero.com and opt into my free video series. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section below. I'll respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.